What's up, y'all? It's Truth Tiger, and I'm going to talk about the narcissism and Satanism and just the overall weirdness of the Matrix in the music industry, and how music is used by the Matrix to program people and to get people in a very robotic mindset. And yeah, let's get started. I mean, first of all, the Satanism, so many music videos are now showing overt satanic imagery. Lil Nas X, or whatever he's called, did the thing with the Satan music video, and he did the satanic sneakers, and he sold 666 pairs of them and all that stuff. And you look at all these music videos and stuff, it's all satanic and weird, and it's like, what the heck's going on, And for me, I'm more into kind of metal and stuff like that. And, there's a guy, Ronnie James Dio, was a pretty big heavy metal guy kind of back in the 80s and stuff. And he was talking about how, they were doing seances and all this stuff, and they summoned the demon Baal, and, this demon, pushed his wife down the stairs and stuff. And you can watch interviews of him. Ronnie James Dio will talk about this, and it's I like his music and whatever, but it's what are these guys doing where they're summoning demons and doing seances, and it's all this satanic imagery and stuff like that, and it's really across genres and stuff. And even I remember there was a Super Bowl halftime show a couple years back, and it's all these guys kind of dressed up as these Roman slaves, and they're pulling this thing along, and there was the singer lady or whatever up there, I forget who she was, singing. And you look at the music industry and these music videos, and it's just, even as we get toward modern times more and more, it's just the Satanism and the demonic imagery and just the creepiness of it just becomes bigger and bigger and bigger. And all you got to do is watch a couple of these music videos to see it, and it's oh my God, what in the absolute heck is going on there, It's, it's very satanic and it's very creepy. And then just to talk about the narcissism and the insanity and the creepiness of the music industry, I remember that thing with Britney Spears where she had a conservatorship over her, where some manager guy controlled all her money, and it was legally by the court, and she had to get out of it, and they somehow used the legal system to basically enslave her. And I was what the heck, how is that legal? Why are they doing that? What in the heck? There's the thing with P. Diddy where you got to give up some booty, or give up some sausage, or I don't know how it all worked, but you had to do some kind of homosexual thing with him in order to get your album made, And I was even talking to a guy the other day who's involved in music, and he said the exact same thing, even in the scene where he was at. And he said that, there was some creepy producer guy, and, if you were willing to, give something up, your album got made. But if you weren't, your album did not get produced, And that is very, very common in the entertainment industry, and especially in within music. And it's just that creepiness just goes on, and people don't care, And I always say that narcissism and Satanism are intertwined. Satan is the ultimate narcissist, and narcissists, whether they know it or not, they are acting out a satanic way of living, and they are following Satan's example, So I always say that, so we can kind of bridge a gap here. But it's just, there's so much creepy stuff. There was a thing with Katy Perry, and this was a while ago. This was probably about 10 years ago or so. And in the middle of a performance, she goes, "Master, I'm not feeling so well." She starts looks all nauseous and stuff, starts puking and stuff, faints, falls over. And I'm huh? What? You can look it up. It's very weird and creepy, but some kind of hypnotism or some kind of hardcore mind control they got on her. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know. You know, I can't say anything for sure, but I can just say that I felt very creeped out and, you know, very, very weird by it. You know, it's just like, what the heck is going on? And like, music is a very important thing. It's a very important thing for society and culture, and music is something that really informs the way we think on a subconscious level. It informs our emotions, and it really is a very powerful control tool of the Matrix to, you know, keep society under control of the devil, you know. And that's why when I look at like modern music, like music just keeps getting worse and worse and worse and worse. Like, I listen to some classical music, you know, it's good. I'm like, wow, that's cool music, you know. I listen to some blues music. I'm like, wow, that's pretty good. Listen to some jazz music. Wow, that's pretty good. Listen to some rock and roll from the 70s and the 60s and stuff. Wow, pretty good. Listen to some 80s music. Kind of cheesy, but pretty good. And then I listen to this modern music, and it's so just like overproduced and bad, and there's no theme or no emotion or no anything. It's all just sexuality or a cult of personality that's being sold, you know, and it's just like designed to not make people think about anything, not move people in any kind of a way. And like P. Diddy talked about this, where he said that he would specifically hire, you know, people who are not very talented because they are easy to control. And if someone is talented, you know, then they're not very easy to control. So he specifically said that, and that's why so much music we're getting is just dumb and stupid, or just it's just as banal. There's no deeper meaning to it whatsoever. There's no thematic purpose to it. It's just I was in the flizzy and I found in the hizzy and I was busy, and then people are just kind of, oh yeah, we'll move to that a little bit, you know. Or it's just this I don't know, I just listen to this music, it's just weird, like, or it's and na 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 tonight we are, yeah. And I'm not like, if you like those songs, I'm not trying to like hate on you or anything like that, or be too critical, but it's just like there's no meaning to that. It's so banal and boring, but like people don't have any sense of like art or what good art is whatsoever. And they're being fed this slop, and all their friends listen to it, and it's on the thing. So like, I want to be popular. I want to like the same song everybody else likes. I want to conform. I want to follow along. I don't want to be creative at all. I don't want to be artistic at all. No, you know, I'm just going to listen to this stuff. And I see it in all genres, you know, like, again, I kind of like the metal a bit, and I don't listen to it too much because it's a little bit sometimes too hardcore, but even there I'll see it where just like they're just hitting the guitar, and it's just like, all right, I see what you guys are doing. And then I like electronic music, and I'll see it with a lot of just the kind of the house and the trance. It's just like boom boom, it's just, I don't know, you know, it's like I don't see music with a lot of heart or soul to it, you know. Like, I was watching a song by, or a music video by MGMT called Alien Days. And like, that music video talks about the Matrix and stuff, and is very trippy, and is like something that will change you from watching it. You know, that song Take Me On by, I think it was called Aha in the 80s. That music video where they're going through like the flip book and stuff, like same kind of deal. I mean, kind of exposing the Matrix, but kind of also just talking about like art and how art can affect people, and, you know, all that kind of stuff. But, you know, like very thematically deep, and something that will really make you think, and something that will stick to you, you know. Another one I saw that was very good was Daft Punk, and they have like kind of an anime thing that goes along with their music, so it's this kind of anime music video, and it's very good. It's like all their kind of big songs around the world, Faster, Stronger, whatever, are in this kind of music video, and it's them, and there's this like evil music producer guy, and he's like trying to imprison them, and again exposing the Matrix and exposing Satan. And I'm like, man, that's so profound and so moving, you know? But it's like most music, especially these days, doesn't do it. Little Flizzy talks about, I'm up in the bip and I did the blip, or, you know, whatever it is. I don't know, like the Fun Pops, or I don't know, man. But there's a lot of music that just like, it's banality, you know, and it really is. And I'll talk about country for a little bit. Like, there's some country songs I like. I love A Country Boy Can't Survive by Hank Williams Jr. That's an awesome song, but most of it's just kind of like, I got home from work and I drank a beer, turned on the TV, tried to start my truck and it wouldn't turn on, my dog died and my girlfriend left me. You know, it's just kind of like, all right, you know, and I'm not trying to hate on it too much or anything like that, but it just seems like, man, there's not a whole lot of meaning going on there in most, you know, of this music. It's just kind of there, you know. It's just kind of a little something to listen to. It's not really bringing about any change or doing anything artistic. And I wonder why. I mean, I know why people accept it, because they're NPCs and they want to, you know, go along with it and stuff. But it's like, I mean, I'll listen to music from video games and I'll listen to movie soundtracks and I'll actually get something from it, because they are trying to, I mean, I think they're trying to do something artistic. Whereas with this other music, it's just like, they're just trying to please the status quo. You know, they're just trying to like make something inoffensive that won't bother anybody, or is easy listening, or I don't know, you know. All right, sorry about this, guys. Just my spot I was trying to park in was blocked off for some reason. But yeah, I'm gonna back up a little more here. Sorry about the pause in the action, everybody, but just gonna park for a little bit to keep this rolling here. But yeah, it's like, and another one is like Taylor Swift. And again, I don't hate on Taylor Swift specifically or anything like that, but I don't really see a lot of those songs being like very good or something you'd want to listen to as music, you know. Like, I really look at that, it's like this cult of personality and this gaggle of, you know, girls get to go, oh my God, it's Taylor. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. You know, it's like, I mean, you know, I'm not trying to disparage people too much. If you like Taylor Swift, I'm not trying to like, you know, bag on you or anything like that. But it's just kind of weird. It's like they want to like just all kind of get together in this group think and like turn their brains off and just go, you know, and it's weird. You know, you look at this stuff, it's just strange. And you can tell the music is being used to placate people, to keep people under wraps, to keep people just kind of stuck and warehoused, and to just kind of keep them on the farm, you know, not have them be free range, keep them in the cage, you know. And it's just like, man, like good music that's like artistic, like it'll change you, it'll move you, it'll get you out of the matrix. But this music that's just of the system and that just produced and stuff is not going to get you out of the matrix of the system. It's going to get you more into the matrix and more into the system. And again, most people don't even really like this music. They like it because other people like it. They want to fit in. They don't really have much taste in things. It appeals to them on a very surface level. It doesn't make them think, so they can listen to the song, tonight we are young, so we set the world. I'm like, I don't hate that song. I don't think that song's the worst thing in the world or anything, but I'm just like, there's not much going on there. Just like for some NPC person who's just like, yeah, oh, we saw it and it was so good, yeah, you know. And look, maybe some of these artists make a few songs like that, and then they make a song that has real artistic merit. It's just, maybe they do both. I don't know. I'm not going to say that all these people are not artistically talented or anything like that, but maybe they kind of hold it in or something. But it's just, I see the music just getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. It's more produced. It's just sexuality. It's just a cult of personality. It's just kind of something to put on in the background. There's nothing really special about it, And like, just as a funny side note, like a little over 10 years ago, I used to be into the raves and all that stuff, and we would listen to all this dubstep and trance and, EDM and stuff. And I remember we genuinely thought that like rock and roll, rap, metal, all the genres, they were going to just disappear, and this new electronic music was going to just take everything over. And, like, I remember we genuinely thought that. And again, I listen to a lot of this dubstep now, and I can't. I literally can't. And when I was younger, I genuinely thought that was good music. I was genuinely amped up by it. I was genuinely like, oh, that's a good song, And then I listen to it now, and I'm like, it's a bunch of like robot noises. Like, what? What's going on? But I think because everybody around me was into it, we're going to these raves, we're taking these pills, whatever, dance with some girls, it seems like this big cool thing, And I think because it was this big cool thing and this big cool culture, and I think because I was younger, I hadn't really developed much taste yet. I was like, well, I don't really have much taste in things. We get together, we get drunk, we get high, we dance with girls, whatever. Sounds good to me, I'll sign up for that, And I think that's why most people are listening to this kind of music that's just overproduced and not really artistic at all, and just of the system. It's just because, hey, it'll plug me into the group. I'll fit in. I'll have more friends, Whereas if you're into some weird, obscure stuff, people aren't going to like you, They're going to go, oh, you're into that weird stuff? You like that weird music? You're into that? That's weird, They're not going to like it. But it's like, hey, this music actually means something to me and does something to me. And yeah, and I'm going to circle back to the creepiness and the control and stuff of the system before I end this video. And like, music really affects us deeply. It really does. And like, the elites and the Illuminati and all those people know that. And that's why they want to control the music and to show us what they want us to see. And in terms of a lot of actual good artistic talent, they want to hide that and not put that out there, because again, in a lot of these songs, like, it'll cause you to question the Matrix, to question what's going on with stuff. And encoded in a lot of good songs and good lyrics is like, stuff that's kind of telling you to question society and stuff, like, Pink Floyd, Another Brick in the Wall, stuff like that, and it's in there. And the elites don't want us, they don't want us to listen to that, they don't want us to hear that or to see that. And it's a lot of control and a lot of weirdness and a lot of weird contracts and a lot of people trying to get over on people and rip people off. And it's just a lot of creepy people. And, the music is a big tool that the Matrix is using against us. It's a big tool of Satan against us. And even in the churches, back when I was involved in that was a big deal, the music in the church. Oh, I go to this church, it has such good music. Oh, and then I'm listening to it, and it's okay. It's more just like, then, we love Jesus. So, like, even the church is being corrupted by music. And it probably always has been, like, for real. And yeah, I think I'm going to end this video here, but thank you to everybody who watched. Much love to you all. God bless you all. I appreciate the support of everybody. your views, your likes, your comments, your subscriptions, all that stuff. Really means a lot to me. So, yeah, I will see you all next time.